How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Sunnyside Squad. My name is Roman, and let's talk a little bit more about Pokémon Legends Arceus. So the game has been out now for just about 2.5 weeks. I'm currently 20 hours into the game. I already have a video posted on the channel talking about my initial impressions. You can catch that right now. There should be a time card at the top right of the video here. And so far, I'm really enjoying this game. So first and foremost, I think as an open world game, Pokémon Legends Arceus is hitting all the right marks. Getting lost in the world feels awesome. There have been countless times where I have objectives to do, the story to progress, and instead of going to do and complete those quests, instead I just go and just pick a spot in the map and just go look for things, look for different Pokemon, look for different items, see what I can find. It's really fun to just get lost in it, and I find myself doing that quite often, more often than actually following along with the story. Just to give perspective as to how far I am in the game, I recently beat the 3rd area, so I still have the 4th and 5th area to get through, so I probably have like another 10 or so hours left before I complete the game fully. I don't want to compare it again to Breath of the Wild, but I have to say that even though getting lost in this world is fun, and I do love it going out to explore different parts of the map, there isn't that much to find just besides some Pokemon. Obviously this is a Pokemon game, you're going to be finding Pokemon. I just wish there was a little bit more, to kind of discover. I will say though that I found a broken chest by a beach in one of the maps, and when I used one of my Pokemon to destroy it, I found an Ultra Ball, which was awesome because I didn't have one up until that point. A couple of other things that I've been finding when I was just exploring the map are various kinds of alpha Pokemon. And I know I mentioned in my first video that seeing that Alpha Rapidash scared me to hell, and I ran for my life. Obviously as I started getting stronger Pokemon, I decided to challenge more and more of these Alpha Pokemon. Although I'm gaining more confidence because I feel that my Pokemon might be able to handle themselves against an Alpha Pokemon, I'm quickly beginning to realize that that's not the case. Alpha Pokemon 9 out of 10 times completely wreck my team. They make me use up all of my items, including potions, revives. I have to go through countless Pokeballs and Great Balls just to catch the thing. And sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I can't even catch the Pokemon. Sometimes I have to kill it. And although it could take a bit of time, it is such a welcome challenge to a Pokemon game. Jumping back to the actual Pokemon themselves and new things that I've been discovering in this game, obviously one of the big ones are the Hisuian forms / new evolutions for current Pokemon. So I picked Rowlet as my starter Pokemon, and I was really excited to see how Hisuian Decidueye was going to look like, since regular Decidueye is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time and one of my favorite designs of a Pokemon as well. And I gotta say, Hisuian Decidueye didn't blow my mind. He looks okay. His typing isn't really that great in my opinion. Grass fighting type, flying types come and destroy him, and it doesn't really just work well off of each other. I feel like the original Decidueye typing, being a ghost grass Pokemon, I feel like was a good complement versus grass fighting, which I personally am not a biggest fan of. I did see the other Hisuian starters, and I do think Typhlosion looks okay, especially when his flames are on his back. Samurott, unfortunately, I feel like looks way too similar to the original design, so they could have added a little bit more to him. Upon exploring the map as well, I've noticed a new mechanic in this game called the space-time warp areas. So this essentially opens up this little area on the map where a bunch of Pokemon start spawning, and you can actually get some really rare Pokemon to show up there that normally don't show up in that map or in that area. A lot of these Pokemon are high leveled and they come in swarms, so if you're trying to catch one, you're probably going to encounter like 2 or 3 other really strong Pokemon that are gonna try to fight you in the process. It's a fun, hectic mess, but again, it's a really cool addition to the Pokemon franchise, and I hope they kind of bring something similar back in a future release. And I'm going to bring up a point I made in my first impressions video where I mentioned I wanted to do everything this game had to offer. I wanted to do every task. I wanted to complete every single aspect of the Pokédex. I still do, but I also feel like there are so many other things I need to do in the game, like all the different quests, you know, gathering resources, catching Pokemon, leveling them up. Just so many things that I almost feel like there's too much to do. It's weird. It's a good problem, I feel like, but I can't help but feel overwhelmed at times. But again, it's a game that I usually put on to just relax, enjoy myself. I don't rush through it. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So a few negatives that I've also noticed over the past 20 or so hours that I've been playing. You know, the boss battles, or rather the noble Pokemon, the fights themselves are kind of meh. You know, there's nothing really too much to it. You just have to throw these little bombs at them until their HP bar essentially drops to 0. And in the process, you just gotta dodge some attacks. I've only fought 3 of them so far. The last one gave me the most trouble. It was the first time I actually blacked out in the game. But in general, they just seem kind of simple, and I wish there was just a little bit more to it. Quests are also kind of hard to keep track of. I wish there was a way to kind of let you know when you finish a quest which NPC is waiting for your response, because there have been several instances where I go back to the village and I speak to an NPC which I thought maybe I didn't speak to before, and apparently I already finished a quest for them and they give me a reward, but I had no idea that I finished that quest for them. At least I wasn't aware that they were the NPC that I needed to speak to in order to complete the quest. So I wish that they kind of organized things a little bit better. And lastly, I did finally get access to Vasculation, so that means I'm now able to ride on the water. At first I was really excited to do this because now it opens up a lot of aspects of the map in different areas, but catching Pokemon when you're on Vasculation isn't that great, I feel. You know, usually the whole point is you want to keep moving while you're on him. So when you lock onto a Pokemon and you throw the Pokeball, you obviously aren't going to get them really well because your trajectory is off. You're always moving. So sometimes I completely miss. Also, can't really sneak up on the Pokemon. They're going to end up seeing you most of the time, which is going to end up resulting in you battling them to actually catch them. There were a few Remoraids that I saw in the water that I wanted to catch, and every single time I tried sneaking up on them, they happened to see me and boom, battle. Boom, battle. Boom, battle. After a while, I tried chucking balls at them from a distance, and that kind of worked for a bit, but most of the time I just ended up killing a bunch of Remoraids. So yeah, if anyone's swimming around that part of the map, don't be surprised to see a lot of dead Remoraids floating on top of the water. But overall, I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. I really, really am enjoying it. I'm looking forward to finally beating it. Unfortunately, I already saw several spoilers to, you know, some of the legendary designs and some of the different Pokemon that appear in the game, especially the newer ones. But either way, I think I'm still about 10 hours away from completing the game. Once I'm fully done with the main story, I will come back and make a review and give you guys my final thoughts. I know there's a post game after the main story, so I'll probably make another video specifically about the post game and talk about how it adds value to the main story and what it kind of adds to the game in general. But that's all for me, guys. Thanks so much again for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel a lot. We post Pokemon content several times a week, varying between game content like this, Pokemon TCG card pack openings, Pokemon discussions, challenges, and a bunch of other Pokemon related content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.